Max Cavalera, good morning. Good evening, sorry.
It's all good. How you doing?
Excellent, excellent. Thanks so much for coming to chat with me today. Um,
No
uh,
worries.
yep. Chama's out there in the world now, and you've got your Aussie tour locked in. So we're a little bit excited here and fired up in Australia.
Same here. We're very
Yeah,
excited. Yeah.
excellent, excellent. I have to say that I've been listening to the album, and I really love that you've brought the tribal groove back really hard, but also some street grit. Spiritual Warrior back in there again. But it also feels a lot heavier this time round.
Oh yeah, all the elements are there. We just it's like it's what I do. It's I don't know how to do anything. I'm not gonna attempt to make that I'm not uh familiar with.
Yeah,
I like heavy stuff. I like aggressive stuff. I like playing with it, but I think Soulfly, the interesting thing is that yeah, aggression has a certain amount of hope in it, has like positivity
yep,
uh, combined with aggression. It's not just aggression for the sake of aggression, it's not negative. It's like, it's actually positive. I think we look at the world like, kind of like, if you don't like your world, change your world,
yep,
type of attitude. Simple as that, and that's what, like that was the message on a song like Storm the Gates, that was the main message on that song. Like, change your world if you're not happy with it. It's up to you to do that.
yep. And I noticed that this is the first Soulfly album where Zion has full creative control as a producer.
Yeah.
Um, and I think what was the biggest moment, I suppose, when you let go as a father and completely trusted him with that?
I always like the risk factor of things like that. I like the idea of my whole career. It's been about that. It's been about uh taking chances, take risks, and go places where you haven't gone before. I thought he was very enthusiastic and very passionate about the project. And that's all it takes to be a good producer, is just uh, give a shit,
Yeah,
care for what you're doing, love what you're doing. And he did that, above and beyond. I think the production is amazing. I love the fact that it sounds different from the other Soulfly records. Because of that, we have all the riffs and the main stamps are there, but there's all these layers of noise and stuff that Zion
yeah,
brought. That was, I think that made the record a little bit more edgy and a little bit, I guess, dangerous. Even,
yeah.
it has this kind of, it's on the edge, almost like you feel a little bit disturbed. It's like psychotic
Yeah,
disturbance.
yeah.
know
I reckon
Uh,
it makes you feel a little bit disoriented in places. Like
yeah,
you've got the comfort of your original Soulfly vibe in there and your riffage and everything, but then there's this element that comes in with all these layers that you don't even hear on the first sound, like the first listening, as you
yeah,
listen to it more. And I find it a little bit disoriented, a little bit uncomfortable, but exciting at the
yeah,
same time.
yeah. Almost
It's
like watching
magic.
like watching a movie. If you watch a
Yeah.
movie that, like,
Yeah.
thought provokes you, and you got to rewind that scene because it's like, no way, I just watch that? Let me rewind that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
and I love the vibes that the record has. We didn't just stick with one thing. The beginning is very tribal, but then it
yeah.
goes into other directions. Yeah, as the album progresses. You got stuff like, when you start going into like Gehenna, it's a lot more grindcore. Um, or even like Favela Dystopia is like power trip
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then Always Was, Always Will Be, which is an Australian title. I borrowed that from your country. Uh,
Yes.
I was there, I wrote down on my notebook. I saw a documentary on TV, and it was called Always Was and Always Will Be, and it was Aboriginal life. And I love that. I love that line. I love that those. the whole the
Yes.
whole that phrase is really strong. I love it, and we dedicated that to the First Nations. And that song is very experimental. We use a lot of a drum machine,
Yeah.
so there's a bit of almost like nail bomb meets Soulfly. Nail bomb and Soulfly together, the tribal and technology working together. It was quite interesting on it.
Yeah. Well, one of my questions later on was going to be about your Australian tour, and you're bringing Snot and Album along, and what's the spiritual thread that pulled all that together? I mean, I think you were on Straight Up as a tribute back in the
Yeah.
day, and Igor, of course, Amadeus. But what else made you think that would you know come to that conclusion to bring them?
Uh, I thought it was cool. We kind of from the beginning of Soulfly, Snot was there, and then we had Mikey playing guitar with us for a while,
Yeah,
and of course I did participate on the Linktree album, and I just thought it's kind of cool. It's like a lot of revival going on
yeah,
right now in the world. We notice like nostalgia is a powerful thing, and I mean we were already doing an album and reviving the 90s industrial vibe of nail bomb.
yeah,
uh the Soulfly set has a lot of cool things from the beginning to like No Hope No Fear and Tribe and Eye for an Eye. um Stuff I remember from our big day out there in 99,
yeah.
that 98 or 99, I don't quite remember, but it was amazing. It was like incredible experience. I think it's gonna work great. I think the shows they're selling really good. I think a lot of
Oh,
people are excited
yeah,
for it, and
yeah, yeah.
and we're gonna,
Aussies just love you.
yeah, yeah. Likewise. I love Australia, and I think it's gonna be a really good time, a really great time. All these fantastic music, like a magical night. Something
Yeah,
to remember. We need to celebrate that more than ever. Live music, more than ever. Go watch, go live, go see your band play. Uh, Enjoy that moment, the live moment. I think that's more important than anything else. More important than watching on YouTube or whatever. That you can always do that at home later.
yeah,
Uh, Being in the moment at the live show, because anything can happen. Things do happen. Sometimes things go wrong or right. It doesn't matter. It's part of a live show. That's why makes it cool to be live, to be in the moment.
yeah, yeah. I, I,
It's
I
gonna be
just
great.
can't wait to hear it live. But on the album, your vocals raw as hell. Sometimes in there, I feel like you're even a little bit possessed. Um, I know that you can get right into your vocals. I've heard you talk about, beating yourself up to get there. On this album in particular, was there something emotional or spiritual that cracked open when you're recording on any particular song?
Well, try to kind of like focus on uh, the energy that the music was giving me. I was trying to match that with the energy of the vocals.
Yeah,
That was the intention. And as we were doing, they start falling into play. I really like the vocals on No Pain Equals No Power. I thought that came out really cool. And of course, that has guest vocals as well.
yeah,
Uh, and Storm the Gates. I think Storm the Gates, that was like one of the early songs that we did. Um, and yeah, I think overall, like I've been yelling, screaming at the word for 40 years,
yes,
and it, it doesn't stop. The world don't listen.
no, no, but they listen to you, Max. I mean,
Yeah.
when you were reciting the tribe names, or when you do when I listen to it for Indigenous Inquisition, I can't decide whether you're like summoning them or whether you're warning us not to forget them. Like it just gives you
Both,
goosebumps. Yeah,
both, yeah, a bit of both. And that one is really trippy because it's really um mixing with all the noises. You can barely hear, but I am saying the names of all those tribes
Yeah.
somewhere. And I told the mixer, Arthur, make sure it's not so in your face, because I don't want it to be like a regular song. I want it to be more like esoteric, like haunting, almost like a haunting experience,
Well,
you
you
know?
nailed it because it feels like you're summoning something ancient. Like I just love it. It's one of my favorites off the album.
And
And
yeah,
I,
appreciate that. I love that we actually made a. I work on the intro for a long time. You know, I've been a fan of bands that have intros, and never. We tried once with Sepultura on Arise. We didn't put it in the record, but we had the intro. I think we recorded in the studio. We just didn't put it in the record. We end up using live on when you watch the live Under Siege in Barcelona. We played that intro live. Um, and I loved, like some of my favorite Bad Brains,
yeah,
you know, Eye Against Eye, um, maybe even Cro-Mags, We Gotta Know, and um, Leeway, Rise and Fall. Uh, I love those intros. I was like, man, I gotta make my own. All these years I have not made it. I was like, I felt this is the right time.
yeah,
It was. Then I came up with the idea of the indigenous tribes that are no longer here, and it was like, all right, this is cool. This is like Tribe Part Two. On Tribe, I'm celebrating the tribes that are here. This
yep,
one is a little darker. It's like they're
yeah,
no longer here because we killed them, we destroyed them, but let's not forget them, So that it's tuned. I don't know if you're into the technical stuff, but it's tuned very low. It's
yep.
as low as it can tune the guitar.
So
It's a whole
you're hitting the bottom E,
it's a
heavy.
whole step down to the E, back to
Yeah,
E,
yeah.
but all the way down. Like the string was like,
Mm.
it was hard to record, but it's so heavy. And we already played that live, and it was amazing. Like
Oh,
I,
I can't wait.
I
Yeah,
think when we hit that in Australia, it's just gonna blow up, and then Storm the Gates come after that. That's gonna be a massive people just.
excellent. I can't
Yeah,
wait to be there. I can't wait to
yeah.
be there. And I mean,
Right, we try to get people moving as much as we can.
they'll be moving.
A
You'll have the crowd
mandatory,
surfers come in. Yeah,
a
yeah,
mandatory Soulfly thing. You have to leave my main thing is after the show, I want people to be wet, totally drenched, but happy,
yeah,
Fine, but wet, totally exhausted. Like you just gave kind of like you gave everything on the field type
yeah,
experience.
yeah, yeah. No, well, Australians will not let you down. You know that. You know that.
I know that.
And I mean, talking about that, like the collabs on this record are like the recording are pretty insane. You've got some Dino, Todd Jones. Um, and because of that, I suppose, was there any time there when you were recording that one of those guys did something so insane? Because there's a lot of insanity on the album that you had to actually step up your part to match it.
Well, yeah, Dino was funny. He would not stop making riffs, and we had to tell him like, we just need one,
Yeah,
mate. You're trying to record, you try to write a whole album. We don't
yeah.
need all that. And it was funny because I was in the studio with Zion and Dino. It was me, Zion, and Dino only. And so we got the main one, and then it jumped into the second one, third one, fourth one, and I look at Zion. I was like, cut him off. He's done. Hey Dino, you're done.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're done. I just needed a one riff, and I joke with him. I said, that riff you gave me, you're gonna regret in 1 year. You're gonna be like, I wish I saved that for Fear Factory,
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the joke of that. But yeah, I love what every guest brought, and they're so unusual, too, so different too. Like you got Michael Amo from Arch Enemy,
Yeah.
Todd from Nails, Gabe and Ben from Unto Others, No Warning. Yes, it was cool. Again, they're the friends of mine, but I'm also fans of their music, and
Yeah,
I love that I get to work with a lot of my idols and a lot of my people that I like in the music business. I get to I get to jam with them,
yeah,
and be doing that for since the beginning of Soulfly. And it never gets old. It's always fun. It's always exciting. It never fails. It's always surprised me, No pain equals no power. When it was over, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. What is
yes,
this? You know, this is a crazy song. It's a great song. What have we done here? I
yeah,
love when you feel like that, when you make a song and you feel like that about the song. Before anybody even heard it, I knew it. This is a special song. This is a unique song. Uh, I do have a bucket list of some people I really love to work with. And I will continue trying and
yeah.
working on it. But for the moment, it's been really cool. Everybody I work with, it's been just really top notch, amazing guys, and really really cool.
No, that's cool. I mean, you've got, like I said, this album's just got everything. You've got your friends, your heavy hitters, they're coming in, and obviously the Soulfly literally runs on Cavalera blood, right? And
Yeah, yeah, and my
your
kids
boys,
helped a lot with this record. It was great.
yeah,
I never had both of them working together in the same record, so that was very special for me. There was a moment in the studio where I was like, I wish I could put this moment in a bottle and drink it from time to time, because
yeah,
it was the three of us sitting and working on the lyrics for Shama together, and all of us giving tips of what should we do on the song, what should we sing about it, it was just a great moment. And watching Igor playing bass and watching Zion drumming, it was one of my favorite records to make, having the whole family like that, because everybody like knows that I'm a big family guy. I'm into the whole family thing, and we are 150% true original metal family.
yeah,
Um, no fakes about it. There's nothing fake about it. It's all organic. It's all rooted from the ground,
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
they were born in this life when they were little. They were sleeping on guitar cases with Ozzy singing in the background, and
I
they were
know.
they were born in this life. So now they're bigger, and now I get to jam with them. So it's a dream come true. And as for a father musician, it's incredible. What a great experience. And I get to travel with them, and having my wife also, Gloria, as a manager and taking care of all the details. Yeah, I'm just happy that I got to get to do that with my family. And that's part of the tribe.
Yeah.
The tribe starts here. Um, it continues through our friends and then fans, and it's all of it. Everybody is part of it, and I think it's amazing. Really, a really unique experience to get to experience that. It's really cool.
No, that's cool. And I'm just conscious of the time that I have for you. I know you're a very busy man, and probably itching to get back on your axe, I guess.
I gotta go shopping for Christmas. I gotta do
Oh, is
some.
that what you're doing? I
Yeah, I
thought
gotta
you'd
do.
be back on the guitar.
Nah, I have to do some Christmas shopping late minute. Holidays are coming, so I'm behind.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I will let you go. I really appreciate your time today. Um, I would like to know, because we are so keen to have you here and we do love live music in Australia, and Max, you're just adored. What When you were talking about, getting people up and jumping, like what's your biggest memory you have of an Australian crowd and something just absolutely insane happening before you?
Well, that first big day out, the Soulfly one, it
Yeah,
was incredible. Even when something bad happened, it was cool.
right.
And I'm gonna explain to you why. I got hit with a flashlight in the forehead. It must be some drunk guy or something. I don't know. But I got hit and it cut my forehead and it, blood gashing out, you know. And I remember I saw there was like the Corn guys and Marilyn Manson guys on the side of the stage, and they, you know, in truly awe are watching this. And I told my roadie, I don't want to clean up. I'm gonna leave the blood on because it's cool, you know. It looks metal as hell.
Yeah.
I had my eyes closed. It was during the song Tribe, and it this thing just it like was like a bullet.
Holy.
Like, ow, what the fuck? And there's blood, if the you know the warm blood came down.
Ah,
Um, but none
very
of
metal. Very
it,
metal.
it didn't took anything away from the show though. Like it was like, okay, let's roll with this. This is great.
Yeah.
I like, you know, like let's be warriors right now. Let's do this. You know? And that was like really amazing. I think also singing with Chino uh 1 year ago, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, singing Head Up um with the Deftones. That was also amazing, you know, getting the whole crowd jumping on Head Up. That was
Suits.
another amazing experience. So I love Australia, and I cannot think of a better way to start the year than coming to your country and kicking off the 2026 the right way
Yeah.
with with a great crowd, and you know, hopefully the shows will be great for everybody, and I think it is gonna be.
Yeah.
uh and then we'll have a great year of metal after that, but it's a killer way to start the year. I cannot think of.
Yeah. I was so happy that you're doing Froth and the Fury, but you're also doing some other shows here. Hope to see you in the Brisbane show, but you're going to Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, Adelaide, I think, Melbourne.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
so
great.
looks pretty stacked with the family, with your mates. Um,
Yeah, we have a whole, I think there's like 20 of us on the plane.
oh,
We're gonna terrorize the back of the Qantas airline.
you need your own Soulfly plane, Max.
We might get kicked out of Qantas.
Maybe you'll have to hit up Iron Maiden, get Bruce to give you a plane.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy
Okay.
holidays to you.